Okay, this is attorney Nate Amendola back for another episode of What's on My Bookshelf. Again, I'm just picking five random books from my bookshelf and discussing them. These books I'm going to talk about today, like the other ones from the last couple episodes, are from the bookshelf in my office. So, five random books. Here we go. The first one is Ladies and Gentlemen of the Jury by Michael Leaf and H. Miller Cadwell. It is, again, Ladies and Gentlemen of the Jury, the greatest closing arguments in modern law. This book I saw this on a fellow named Jack Diamond. He's a fellow criminal defense lawyer who I used to work with and helped me out a lot and taught me a lot of things. So thank you, Jack. This was on his bookshelf. He may have given this to me or I bought it. I don't remember, but I did read it, and I remember, and I have actually gone back through this and really enjoying it. I think it's got a mix of criminal defense closing arguments and civil closing arguments, including this famous closing argument by Jerry Spence on a very large, I think it was maybe an asbestos case or some sort of personal injury case, but that's really famous. That was really good. The reason I like this for lawyers or really anybody who's trying to be persuasive is it shows how the greatest lawyers put together a bunch of facts and then sew it together for a jury in a compelling way that jives with their theory of defense. So I found this really helpful. If you're a trial lawyer, I think this is a great book to show you how to organize things and how to chat with the jury or talk with the jury, which is really, I think, one of the hardest things. I think a lot of criminal defense lawyers think closing arguments are the easiest, as opposed to opening. I'm actually the other way around. I think openings are easier than closing. So this is a really good book for learning how to do closings and to see what an all-star close looks like. But also a really good book for anybody, non-lawyer who's just interested in stories. This is great. Okay, next one, Who Not How, by Dan Sullivan. I was flipping through this today, and this was given to me by a buddy of mine named Mike Monteforti, who's a great estate planning lawyer here in the Boston area. Does a great job. I have not read this, Mike, but I'm very familiar with this book and the principle because if you're in sort of the law firm entrepreneurship circles like I am, people talk about this book a lot, and I know other entrepreneurs talk about it a lot. But the basic premise is, it's not how can I do this thing. If you're looking at a problem or thinking about a project, it's really not how can I do this, but who can I get to help me do this, right? And it's really about putting together a team of people that have a diverse set of skills and having them only do those things that they're really good at. And that's something we do here. There's three lawyers here, and everybody has a part in the defense of clients, but certain people do certain things because we just play to people's strengths. So I haven't read this, but again, my understanding is it's a really, people talk about this book as a top of business book. So definitely going to read it. But like I told you, I haven't read all the books on my bookshelf, so this is one of them. Oh, here's another one I haven't read and probably won't. I don't know where I got this or who sent it to me. Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. I don't know where I got this. Somebody must have sent this to me, but I don't even think I've ever cracked it, but I am right now. I can't really say much about this because I haven't read it, but maybe it's one of those books that's just a gem that I don't know about. If it is, I'll report back to you, but I don't see myself flipping through this anytime soon. Okay, this is For the Defense by F. Lee Bailey. F. Lee Bailey, who died recently, is a really nationally well-known criminal defense lawyer based out of south of Boston. Well, Boston, but he used to live in Marshfield, which is sort of close to my neighborhood. A really great criminal defense lawyer who represented O.J. Simpson and the Boston Strangler and countless other large profile cases. I did read this. It was great. He talks about some of his most famous cases and how he put together the defense and what he thinks and how he thinks about criminal defense in general. I'm a real big fan of F. Lee Bailey. Um, you know, I didn't get to know him, but I really like his style and what he does and the way he thinks about things or thought about things. So this is a great one. It's definitely out of print. It's I think I got this at like a on Amazon, from a used bookstore for $2 or something. But I really enjoyed this, and I would definitely recommend this to anybody who is looking to get into criminal defense. Okay, another one. Alan Dershowitz for the defense. Alan Dershowitz, another famous Massachusetts-based. Like, I think he's more of an appellate lawyer, but I suppose you could say he does some criminal work. Alan's still around. I don't know him, but I know he's a wonderful legal mind. Um, the subtitle is "The Courtroom Confrontations of America's Most Outspoken Lawyer of Last Resort: The Lawyer Who Won the Klaus Van Bülow Appeal." This was a really good read. I think for any lawyer, but particularly lawyers that litigate cases. Again, Mr. Dershowitz goes through his sort of greatest wins and how he put the defense together. Well, I should say the appeal, but it's great. It shows how hard lawyers work. It's a really tough job. He talks about pulling all these all-nighters, which I don't do. I'll talk about that another time. But a really great book, definitely worth the read. The Best Defense, Alan Dershowitz.